Fentanil, um opioide sintético poderoso similar à morfina, mas que é de 50 a 100 vezes mais potente. Essa é a descrição do Instituto Nacional de Abuso de Drogas dos Estados Unidos sobre a substância que não sai das páginas de jornais e da boca de políticos. Tamanha comoção se justifica pelos números. O fentanil vem se alastrando de forma mortal e avassaladora por todo o país.
Fentanyl has very quickly and dramatically become the most important public health crisis in the United States. It now accounts for nearly 2/3 of all overdose deaths are fentanyl related in one way or another. And that's coincided with a very dramatic increase in the overdose deaths in the United States as well, from over the last couple of years to nearly 110,000 in the most recent year.
Você certamente já viu uma cena de filme ou série de Hollywood em que um personagem viciado em drogas corre para o banheiro e procura frascos laranjas de remédio. Essa imagem faz parte do imaginário popular e se tornou comum aqui nos Estados Unidos, principalmente a partir do fim dos anos 90. A venda desenfreada de opioides com prescrição médica gerou um grande número de pacientes viciados e abriu as portas para uma crise sem precedentes.
Authorities stepped in to do something about the crisis, but what they did created unwanted consequences. They, listening to the pharmaceutical companies that said the crisis is not our fault, it's the fault of the abusers, authorities agreed to lock out people who seemed to be addicted to opioids, and they could no longer buy prescription pharmaceutical opioids. So there was a large group of people who were addicted to opioids, who had some money, but who could not buy the products they had been buying. And so they moved to buy in illicit markets. They moved to buy heroin instead.
Essa mudança levou à chamada segunda onda da epidemia dos opioides. De acordo com o CDC, o Centro de Controle de Doenças dos Estados Unidos, o número de mortes relacionadas a overdoses de heroína decolaram a partir de 2010. Em 2013 veio o começo da terceira onda. Cada vez mais pessoas começaram a morrer por overdoses ligadas aos opioides sintéticos, como o fentanil, mais fáceis de produzir e contrabandear. A droga, muito mais potente, portanto mais perigosa, foi introduzida em locais estratégicos pelo tráfico.
The cartels followed that same, marketing channel, if you will, and started pushing fentanyl in those same communities that were impacted by prescription opioids. And now it's grown from there to communities that did not have fentanyl even a couple of years ago are now seeing the same problems with fentanyl. Unfortunately, it's now a national problem, fentanyl. It was a regional problem for a short period of time, and now it's really everywhere is our understanding.
Esse tema, claro, será central durante a eleição presidencial de 2024. Na verdade, já está sendo. Durante os 2 primeiros debates das prévias republicanas, candidatos defenderam o uso do exército contra os cartéis de drogas mexicanos, com ou sem a autorização do vizinho latino-americano.
Invading Mexico, I wish I could say that wouldn't happen, but look, it's happened before. I mean, not literally an invasion force, but the U.S. military has operated south of the border, throughout the second half of the 20th century. And so it would be impossible to say, no, that could never happen, because it could. And would it work? Absolutely not.
Enquanto isso, parte do poder público investe em ações de redução de danos. Em cidades grandes pelo país, como Washington e Nova York, é possível encontrar máquinas com naloxona, uma espécie de antídoto contra overdoses. O medicamento é gratuito e disponível a todos. Até mesmo em escolas, o medicamento vem se tornando comum.
Addiction is frightening. It's something that the young people are particularly susceptible to, and I'm a parent, and we're afraid of all kinds of things that can happen to our children, and this is an addiction is one of them. And when you're afraid, and when bad things happen to people that you love, you can also feel anger, and anger and fear are not usually the basis of good, sensible policy. And if you're in a state of anger and fear, you can look at harm reduction and see that it looks like coddling people, and it looks like allowing bad things to happen. And to me, investing our passion, those emotions into a drug war, into prohibition, it's understandable, but it's a waste of those energies. When we have energies to do something about this problem, we should invest in things that work. And harm reduction is an example of that.